I didn't think you had that. I think you're good. Mathematics. It makes it way more complicated. Unless it's Alex. Everybody else knows. That's Deshaun and Roman. I'm all
Good evening, graduates, families, and faculty. This afternoon is a special occasion as we celebrate the achievements of our senior class. To our graduates, your dedication and resilience have brought you to this moment, and we could not be prouder. To the families and teachers who have been there every step of the way, your support has been invaluable. As we present these awards, let's take a moment to appreciate the journey and the bright futures that lie ahead of you. Congratulations to you all, and now turn it over to Mr. Quill.
That's for me, that's fine, but for these graduates, let's give them a real word of conversation. Good evening, and welcome everyone. Class of 2024, we begin to celebrate your graduation. As many has said before me, it's sad to see you go, but it would be even sadder if you weren't ready to go. Our rituals and traditions like these are important. We met in this space many times this year. Some happy and cheerful, some with some stern warnings and reminders, sometimes entertaining, and we've heard so many of your senior speeches right here in this space. A year full of gatherings, many of you, 4 years full of gatherings here, and now the culmination, our last meeting here in Marston Hall. Seniors, you are and always will be in our hearts. We give thanks to God for the great privilege to have been your teachers, your coaches, your mentors, and now forever part of your family. This weekend's events are not an end, but rather milestones reached. Together as friends, colleagues, and families, may we always be Christ Church Seahorses, and you, the class of 2024, forever bound together as alumni, the 103rd graduating class of Christ Church School. Congratulations. Before we turn our attention to our awards, a quick thank you to our Parent School Council. They have helped this year with many of our celebrations, including an incredible prom, decorating around the holidays, and all the wonderful treats for the teachers and staff during Appreciation Week. This is a volunteer effort, and we appreciate all you have done this year. So to our President, Esther Stitt, our Vice President, Stephanie Cochran, and to all the parents who have helped volunteer this year to make this year so special, we thank you. Thank you, Parent School Council.
And now to the awards. I'd like to call on my colleague Angela Showalter to come and present the 12th grade Outstanding Student Award.
Voted on and presented by the faculty by nomination of classmates. The Outstanding Student Award is awarded to the student in the senior class who has best exemplified excellence in scholarship, co-curricular participation, and citizenship for that school year. This year, the student recognized by the seniors and the full faculty as the outstanding student is someone who has been a steady presence, modeling kindness and responsibility since he arrived at CCS. His coaches describe him as tough, reliable, a kind soul who is consistent, and an exemplary teammate. He is a young man who leads with purpose, understands what needs to be done, and faces issues head on. He is the type of captain that every coach wants. He is curious, full of boundless potential as a leader, and just a solid and strong human being in more ways than one. This year's senior class Outstanding Student Award goes to Keegan Slider.
I'd like to invite Mr. Pete Goodrich to come forward to present the Student Life.
The Student Life Award. The Christ Church motto, Virtus Veritas Fortitudo, embodies 6 core values: curiosity, acceptance, integrity, respect, kindness, and self-confidence. True citizenship in our community is best exemplified by the student who seeks to celebrate his or her fellow students, exercises regular acts of kindness and respect, and widens his or her horizons with self-confidence and integrity. The Student Life Award recognizes that senior who has, throughout his or her Christ Church career, best exemplified these core values. I've heard a few times lately that it's not what you teach your students, it's how you make them feel that they will remember. Maybe a little glib, but I do think there's something to it. Of course, the same adage can be applied to students at a close-knit school like CCS. To that end, who among us will ever forget how Channing Lewis has made us feel? Thank you, Channing, for your positivity, your openness, your kindness to all, and your school spirit. I don't think you fully realize just how powerful your cheery influence has been in your time here. Whether on an immersion trip being goofy and impossibly upbeat with no sleep, on the softball diamond and volleyball and basketball courts, lifting your teammates with pluck and tenacity, or just spreading joy from person to person on the old brick pathways, you have brightened our days so consistently that we've become accustomed to your warmth. We will miss that warmth, but we will remember it. Thank you, Channing, for all that you've given us in your time here. It's my honor to present you with the Student Life Award for 2020.
The next award, Mr. Dean. Well, I guess I'll have to present this award now. That'll be interesting. The first awards I'm going to give are for the Outstanding Best All-Around Athlete Awards. And there's 2. There's a male and a female. And I would like someone to stand and talk about them, because I didn't coach them. Pete Goodrich, you want to do it? The true student athlete is a unique member of a school community, dedication to team, perseverance, sportsmanship, natural talent, and the inner strength to balance rigorous physical activity alongside the rigor of Christ Church School curriculum, all combined to describe the recipients of this award. By vote of the school's coaches, this dual award is presented annually in memory of Dick McDonough, class of 1947, to that senior athlete or those senior athletes who best demonstrate the best all-around athletic ability. And I would like to call forward Mercy Duff and Felix Kerner. This year is a new award for seniors who played 3 sports, the VISA Award of Merit. Would like the following students to come forward: Mercy Duff, Laura Fialo Duran, Julia Fritzlin, Felix Kerner, Channing Lewis, and Mark Lewis. I'd like to ask Joel Jorgensen, our head football coach, to come forward to present.
Good afternoon. The Jamie Riley 2005 Award is awarded annually to the Christchurch football player who exhibits, as Jamie did, a caring and friendly approach to everyone, a genuine concern for all humankind, and an immense love of life. Like Jamie, the recipient is willing to sacrifice his desires for the betterment of the team and has a keen desire to please his coaches. This recipient has a zeal for life when it is 95 degrees out in August. He would love to be on the football field and encouraging everyone to enjoy life as they are out on the football field. He is the same one when it is pouring in torrential downpour. He wants to be on the football field and encourages others to enjoy the time we have while we are playing athletics. He is the same individual who will fumble in the state playoffs and bring us down by 10 points, but then realize that he needs to get his act together and leads us to a state championship. This individual is Felix Kerner.
Welcome Dr. Michael Heath to the platform to present the Humanities Prize.
The Humanities Prize is given to the junior or senior who has best exemplified the values of scholarship, high achievement, thoughtfulness, consistency, and curiosity in their approach to the study of humanities. He or she does not only do what is asked, but often does so creatively, passionately, and with a sense of purpose and empathy. Now the real speech. Charles Dickens begins his novel Hard Times in a schoolhouse where a teacher, Mr. James Gradgrind, approaches education as the filling of little minds with facts and nothing else. Now what I want is facts, he begins. Teach these boys and girls nothing but facts. Facts alone are what wanted in life. In the second chapter, entitled Murdering the Innocents, this same Gradgrind is compared to a cannon full of them to the muzzle with facts, prepared to, quote, blow the students clean out of the regions of childhood at one discharge. This year's recipient of the Humanities Award knows a lot of facts. They would get on well with Gradgrind, but only to a point. However, they also know the value of wonder and delight, of being taken away by curiosity, and they know the importance of wisdom and generosity in learning, as well as the joy of being in community with learners. The recipient of the Humanities Award this year has filled their head with knowledge, but uses it to form an understanding of our subject and the world, beyond the memorizing of cold, hard facts. They may even agree with Philip Roth when he says, facts exist to be eviscerated by the imagination. For her curiosity and clear thinking, for her support of peers and openness to new ideas, I present this year's Humanities Award to Lucia Rodriguez de Toy.
Mr. Leland Guns, Chair of the Math Department, to give the mathematics prize.
Good afternoon. The Mathematics Prize, this award is voted by the Mathematics Department faculty in order to recognize excellence and outstanding achievement in the school's curriculum. And in our curriculum, what we are encouraging students to be is quantitative thinkers. And what that is that we want people to not just know math, not just be able to recite facts or problems, but to be able to use that math to be able to understand better the world around them. And for the first time, I actually was able to teach this student, and this student's a very, very bright individual and someone who you've actually just seen, Lucia Rodriguez de Torres.
Now I'd like to ask Mr. Franklin Bell, Chair of the Science Department, to come forward for the Science Prize.
Good afternoon. The Science Prize is given to a student that has earned the highest academic average in at least 4 science courses during his or her time at Christ Church School. Despite knowing this student for 1 year, it's been my privilege to teach Jackson Piles as he has grown into a science scholar. Congratulations.
Now at this point is where you actually sign the book. So if you already signed it, you got to pretend to sign it so we can get your picture and do it. So I'd like you, this is going to challenge you. Line up alphabetically behind the book, behind the book. Go. Go, quickly. Parents, if you want to come forward and take a snap, that's fine. You sign right above your name,
Did they say by
not
the
below.
ABC order?
Mr. Coyle is going to be there to make sure that you are doing it well.
Yeah, Big X, just go for it.
If you just get in line and keep the noise down so that we can...
Oh, wait. Next time.
And this is not the end of the ceremony. We have a few more words that we want you all to say for it.
My first one.
The signature makes it official.
You already signed?
Right here, we go. That'll work. I don't remember what they got going.
And also Rick, love you.
Channing, you're not the same.
No, I don't want to mess up other people's.
Yeah. I have a vein.
Yeah, they are.
I'll ask my friend.
Yeah, she asked me to, see us in
She knew these were from Washington State. Hey, PJ. It's from Francesca's.
I'll try and remember that. I'll remember it.
know. I said these. I need to take my shoes off.
What you all know is what you just signed was a promise to Ms. Schroeder that you'll contribute to the annual fund every year. That's what that's for. Ms. Schroeder will be contacting you. Thank you for signing. Appreciate it very much.
Don't worry.
I first promised.
As the Christ School graduating class of 2002 to 2024 departs, it's most important to keep them together in a class after graduation. One of those ways is to having class agents. Last week, the alumni office had a senior lunch, and at that luncheon, the office was asked each of the seniors to share their cell numbers and off-campus email addresses. Then we asked them to vote for their class agents. I'm pleased to announce that those 8 classmates who will keep the class of 2024 together and connected until your 50th reunion are, come forward and Mr. Coyle will record you. Mercy Duff, Cameron Kinnear, Channing Lewis, and Jackson Fox. It gives me great pleasure to bring Dido Heath, our Director of College Counseling, forward to get the valedictorian prize.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Valedictorians Award is given in memory of Herbert Gray Wyatt Sr., former faculty member and assistant headmaster of Christ Church School, who gave 19 years of service to independent education. As an English teacher and an outstanding musician, Mr. Wyatt inspired students to seek academic and artistic excellence. The Valedictorian Award is given to the student who has best exemplified that commitment to academic excellence during their time at CCS. As such, a student's grades are, of course, an important part of the award. But as we know, grades don't tell the whole story. This award doesn't just celebrate the student who does school well, but the one who exhibits the characteristics of learning that we seek to foster at Christ Church: curiosity, integrity, critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration, engagement with material that really takes their learning to the next level. This student's 4.54 cumulative GPA is impressive in itself, but it only provides a glimpse into the work that went into the numerous research papers, lab reports, tests, presentations, projects that filled his 3 years at Christ Church. Beyond these, or behind these, are long hours of labor spent over study periods, skills periods, evenings, weekends. Nor does the GPA hint at the countless conversations with his teachers outside of class, where this student pushed, tested, needled us to construct even more knowledge and make connections with what he's learned. Joseph has been on the headmaster's list every year since he has been at Christ Church. He has taken a total of 13 honors courses over his 3 years here. 7 of these were also dual enrollment courses taken through our partnership with Virginia Wesleyan University, earning him a total of 28 college credits while he was at high school. While these stats are impressive, what is equally important is what drives his success. Joseph truly demonstrates an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a genuine excitement around learning, things that we certainly celebrate here in this college prep environment. Sometimes this takes him down rabbit holes. Joseph, was it some intellectual quest that caused you to test your bicycle's turning radius at high speed down Heads Hill on Wednesday evening? Sometimes those rabbit holes lead to great discoveries, as it did recently in calculus, where his tenacity and terrier focus led him to uncover a math concept that Mr. Schaefer himself hadn't previously thought of, and from which future calculus students will surely benefit. In fact, we can all learn from Joseph, from the example of his hard work, his joy in discovery, and from his determination to push through when things get tough. It's an honor to celebrate Joseph for more than just his grades. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2024 valedictorian, Joseph Bruno Burke.
Speaking of grades, we're going to give out the pins for head of school list for 2024 in 4 groups. If you would come forward, Mr. Coyle, will give you your... Laura Fiala Duran, Felix Kerber, Francesca Mungari, and Bridget Wiseman. Anna Booth, Mercy Duff, Ellie Hasbrook, Channing Lewis, Carson Mann, Lucia Rodriguez de Torres, Joseph Eusebio Solomon, Liam Bowles. Joseph Burke, Jesse Tejero Acedo, Julia Fritzlin, Jaya Govender, Ali Powell, Lucas Shelton. And it's not written here, but I'm pretty sure this pin denotes 2 students that have been on the heads list ever since they got here in 9th grade. Mercy Duff and Jackson Piles. All you senior men, as you are putting on your pins for tomorrow, make sure you have them on the right side of your lapel because you'll have a flower here. So move all your pins to the right, gentlemen. It's my pleasure to bring up Aaron Alter to recognize student leaders for their prefects.
This recognition is really a thank you to these student leaders for helping us in the many ways they did this year. The truth about a school is that it's only as good as the students who help form it and fill the classrooms and make up the teams and do all the things that these leaders did. So first, I'll recognize the residential prefects. These students helped the dorms function. They made them homes to all of the students, new and returning, and really our residential program would not exist without these leaders. So please come up and be recognized together. The senior residential prefects are Joseph Burke, Kendall Cochran, Jesse Dedero, Jaya Govender, Cameron Kinnear, PJ Rodriguez, and Lucas Shelton. next, the day student leaders. These students helped bridge the gap between the boarding and day population and really made sure that this campus was just as much home to our day students as it was to our boarders. So Mercy Duff and Jackson Piles.
That's my brand.
Oh, picture, sorry. And next are our two senior academic liaisons. These students started back in July on Zoom with Mr. Piles and me, really trying to figure out how we could improve the academic experience for students. So Jaya and Sky Stewart, please come forward. And next, the sustainability coordinators. These students really helped us think about sustainability as an idea, helping us all better understand what it means, pushing sustainability initiatives on campus. Our three senior sustainability coordinators are Jesse Dedero, Mercy Duff, and Jackson Piles.
Mr. Desmond Smith, would you please join us to present the Unity Council Award?
Good afternoon. Before I present these awards, I would like to ask my colleagues that have worked with me with the Unity Council, Ms. Angela Showalter and Ms. Jessica Booker, to come forward as well. The purpose of the Unity Council really, as we took on the task of working with them this year, was to help form some of the culture at Christ Church School. And I will say that these two ladies have been an immense help with that, especially Ms. Booker with all of her media coverage for everything we did, and Ms. Showalter for really, with Ms. Booker, kind of mothering this community and helping these students to help form the culture. And after our second meeting with them this year, I literally said, "It is now yours, so do with it what you will," to the students. And I was very proud to say that they have done an immense job in leading us with the formation of culture this year for Christ Church School. I would like to recognize the senior members of the Unity Council, Ms. Kendall Cochran, Ms. Jessie Thero, Jaya Governor, Ellie Hasbrook, and Lucas Shelton.
Pete Goodrich, would you join us please for the Community Council Award?
Thank you. The Community Council is a judicial body that has a really, really hard job. We often gather to deliberate on consequences for students when they may have erred. So it's a really, really hard job that demands discretion and a lot of maturity. Our three senior Community Council members this year have been Becca Cook, Jaya Governor, and Lucia Rodriguez de Torres.
I'd like to ask my colleagues Billy Burley and Mary Pryor if they would join me on stage, please. The Navigators at Christ Church School is an outgrowth of a program that was started before I got here. In the last 6 or 7 years, Billy Burley and I have worked to build that program into something that is much greater, and we are very proud of the young people who represent our school to our prospective families, to our board members when they're here, to you, any guests that are here. They do tours, they do one-on-ones, they do class shadowing, and they are an outstanding group of young people that we are incredibly proud. And I've encouraged them on Wednesday at our gathering that they should all do this in college because it looks great on a resume, and it's sometimes you get a scholarship. So our Navigators that we are honoring this year are Nat Bonham, Becca Cook, Mercy Duff, Jaya Governor, Cameron Kinnear, Channing Lewis, Jackson Piles, and Thomas Updike. Say this, seniors, all those cords you wear tomorrow with your finery. So those are the things that you wear. All your pins, get your pins out of your box on the desk and put it on your blazer. And finally, I'd like to ask Kristen Keelan, our foreign language department, to come and speak about the National Honor Society.
The National Honor Society is an organization that recognizes high school students who embody scholarship, service, leadership, and character. This community pushes its members to grow mentally, to be engaged with their surroundings, and strive to better the world around them. These seniors reflect Christ Church's core values of kindness, integrity, curiosity, respect, acceptance, and self-confidence. In alphabetical order, I will recognize the members of our chapter of the National Honor Society. When your name is called, please come forward to receive your cord. Anna Booth. Joseph Burke. Jesse Capero. Mercy Duff. Jaya Governor. Carson Mann. Eliza Neely, Jackson Piles, Lucia Rodriguez de Torres, Lucas Shelton, Bridget Weissman.
And with that, we conclude the 2024 award ceremony for the class of 2024. Dinner is going to be served in the dining hall following. If you want to get some pictures, you're more than welcome to do so. I'd like to ask Father Stuart Wood, our chaplain, to come and give us a benediction.
And now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace this day and forevermore. Amen.
Amen. You are dismissed.
Lovable guy. Speaking of Barber Award. Where's my Barber Award? No Barber Award? What do you need? Barber Award?
Barber Award, that would be.
Yeah. Should make one.